Okay, so just for the international viewers, I just want to set some context. Everyone on this panel today is representing the UK Save Our Rights group, and also everyone in any freedom group today who are really challenging the narrative, trickled down from government, UK government, who have over the weekend just nominated a new rule which is absolutely insane, saying that as of Monday this week we cannot gather in groups of more than 6 unless you're going to work, to school, on a train, or elite sports, including hunting, which is a big red flag for everyone, which they obviously our upper class tend to gravitate around blood sports. So if you're a hunter, then you're allowed to gather. But what's crazy is Lord Sumption, who's a prominent and eminent judge, retired judge, came on Talk Radio today and said it's ridiculous, it's unworkable, it's disproportionate. So that really sets the scene for anyone who hasn't been paying attention to what's happening in the UK. And so everyone on the panel today is part of this big movement of people and now is just saying no. So we welcome everyone in chat. Thank you for joining. Nacho, great to have you on. I'm just unmute you, sir.
Hello.
Nice to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you.
And your good lady beside you. Hi.
Yeah, thank you. Here to represent Stand Up X. We are the people, we are the power, we are the 99%.
And I wanted to get everybody on, including peers, because, you know, I want people to see that everyone is represented here. It's not about one person. It's not about one group. It's not about one, you know, message. It's about all of us coming together, representing the whole. And representing resistance, because that is the critical thing that's necessary right now. And, you know, I also wanted to bring everybody on because, you know, there's some lessons learned, I feel, from the last time you guys were up in London, the really spectacular event on 29th of August. Amazing. You guys need a big round of applause, like all of you.
Absolutely.
It goes to show what you can achieve when you all come together. And that just really put a marker in the sand for a lot of people.
The last event was really successful, in my opinion. I mean, the number of people that appeared and stood up was amazing. I don't know the exact figure, but there's been estimates of about 40,000 people. So to see that number of people from considering where we started, I mean, we started at the beginning of the lockdown protesting with groups of 20 people. So to get it to that number and to see the mass turnout, and then to have the accredited names there, the David Ikes, the doctors, and to see people really resisting against this agenda was amazing. So we really achieved. I mean, we that was our initial. That was our vision when we first started Stand Up. That was our vision, to have a mass gathering of people like that. So to see that happen was really amazing, and to see the collaboration between all the different groups to help achieve that was just really rewarding and really fulfilling. And I think it really sent shockwaves through the world.
So we want to welcome Louise. Lovely to have you here, Louise. You're on the train. Tell us about what you've been doing today.
Yep, I have been up at Downing Street with Vince and Piers today, and Gazer Frackman. Yeah, just really, for me, legislation and what is going on in Parliament is just one of the areas that I really want to raise awareness about, because even people that don't buy into COVID and aren't following the COVID guidelines, they're not really realizing how much is going on behind the scenes, and the legislation that is being brought in under our noses. People don't know, and like the amount of laws that are changing just in the next couple of weeks as well. Like from Friday, it'll be mandatory to be tracked and traced. From the 28th of September, you can be held for up to 8 months in custody without trial. And from the 1st of October, they will be storing your DNA and your fingerprints. You know, these are laws that people just don't necessarily know are happening. But not only that, just the way they're selling off the NHS underneath our noses during all of this, because they've changed laws that mean that they can just give it to private investors without say so. You know, all of this stuff is happening as well. Like, there's just so many issues right now, as well as Simon Dolan's judicial review is on the 28th. And so that could get rid of all of the legislation that we are living under at the moment. If we have enough people on that street and we say no, then we could get rid of all the legislation that's going on at the moment that is ruining our lives, ruining people's livelihoods and killing people.
Here's a massive clap, because he's just been putting himself at so much risk. He's been going up and down the country, and a lot of people don't realize, you know, I won't say your age, but you know, you're way above the rest of us, and yet you put us all to shame. I think someone said it's 49 arrests he's had. He'll have to confirm it when he comes back on. But I think that, you know, he is a real soldier in all of this. Absolutely. And I really respect him. So it's sad he's coming back, I think.
Here he is. So
we're back.
Bit of a delay. Go for it.
The week. Well, I've been all over the place. I've been in Liverpool. Well, what was it on Monday? No, Liverpool.
You went to Cardiff?
Tuesday. Yeah, Monday we had a superb meeting jointly with Stand Up Egg. And I want to say hello, Nacho, again. No, that was really good, because there has been certain disunity rumours around, which I think are essentially overcome. So we are in a position now, the movement, which I'm now calling it, when asked, it's our movement, because it joins everybody together, is actually stronger than it has ever been.
We are here to promote the 26th of September in Trafalgar Square at 12 noon. This is the People's Rally. This is absolutely necessary. I'm telling you, friends, anybody who's listening to this right now, there are worse things coming down the line. You've just heard it from Louise. They are changing legislation. We all need to be at Trafalgar Square on the 26th. We need this to end now. This is real tyranny that's coming in. We're looking at ways to help people get there from across the country. We've spoken to coach companies who have now sent us costings for return fares from all the major cities around the UK. We'll be releasing this information through all our channels shortly, which will enable you to book a return ticket from your local or your nearest city. I think some of the costs are less than what it would cost you in petrol.
We all know, and we all can see it clearly. Now, we have to show in this country that we are unified in numbers, because when you are unified in numbers, they have to take notice.
Yes.
And after that is an escalation. And that's why the word movement is used. Move and meant. It's meant to go forward.
And I absolutely agree with Vince. You know, the whole point is that we are standing up and making our own noise. You know, if the PA system gets taken down, then it gets taken down, and we'll still march those streets and we'll still make the noise that needs to be made.
Piers, why don't you take the floor? We haven't heard an awful lot from you.
So can I say something?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, right. Well, it's been very interesting going around the country, and people are very clear that they must be filling Trafalgar Square on the 26th in order to put a clear message to MPs. And we have to be clear that what we say on the 26th is something can affect MPs, i.e. they are responsible and to blame for the appalling situation of educating children, threat to vaccinations, and a whole number of things. So we've got to say things which you know will upset them. And I want to say I'm very pleased that around the country people are sticking to a united message, namely that the core thing is that this is contagion fear and the whole thing is a hoax.
Yeah, so we're going to get out as many messages of support from people who won't be there on the day but are supporting us anyway as well. So yeah,
okay, fantastic.
The people are going to be heard, and that's the important thing, and it should be a really great day. The whole point is it's going to be an uplifting, memorable day that could change everything, and let's all be there.
Fantastic. Nacho, let's have some final statements from you, if you don't mind. We started a little bit late, so I'm afraid we do have to wrap up in about 5 or 10 minutes. So give it your best shot, sir. Anything you want to line up for the
Yeah.
Final statements.
I mean, absolutely. As Louise said, this is the people's rally. This is time for us as the 99%. As Louise said, this is the people's rally. It's time for us to come together. The last event was a huge success, but there was some tweaks that could be made. I think it was kind of a practice run. So let's improve on that. Let's improve on the energy. The energy was electric. The energy was amazing. The vibe and the people coming together, the atmosphere was incredible. Let's improve on that.
Click their Facebook pages. You can click their web pages. You need to get involved. Now is the time for not sitting on your comfortable couch. You need to get up out of it and you need to start doing something, even if it's just having that one conversation. That is your responsibility.
Well
and
said.
I'm imploring everybody, because I am sick of this. I hate living in this. I feel like, this is full on slavery, people.
Yeah.
This is full on slavery.
Certainly is. And Piers, thank you, Simone. That was awesome. And Piers, a final word from yourself. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Well, as I was saying, when the thing about Ronald, yes, I can hear you. The important thing is we're continuing our message, the underlying core of which is it is a hoax. Now, once people realize it's a hoax, then they stop following contagion fear. And when that ends, the whole shooting match ends. So, listeners out there, think about that. If you're not sure it's actually a hoax, just read some of the literature and you can see very clearly it is.